What do you view as the biggest difference? Because it's been such a pull. I mean, the way that we can really measure things, I guess, for most people is you look at the quarterback numbers and you go from the first 6 weeks to the last 6 weeks, and it's just so different. What do you see as the biggest factors?
Yeah, I don't think it's just so black and white. You know, there are some extenuating circumstances in the mix for sure. It really all comes down to execution. And then, you know, you play teams, they have film on you, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't get easier is what I'm trying to say. It just gets harder. But we're up for the challenge, and I expect us to get the ball back rolling on how we were moving the ball earlier in the season.
Okay, this is going to be not about the offense, but everybody's talking about Micah Parsons now, Defensive Player of the Year, or Defensive Rookie of the Year for sure, and could he be Defensive Player of the Year? And I think you're the right guy to ask because as a freshman at Alabama, you had huge success. As a rookie in the NFL, you had 1,000 yards. So when you see what Micah Parsons does as a rookie, does it kind of make sense to you, or are you in awe and confused at how easy he makes it look like most of us are?
I would say both. The thing about Micah, he has a special skill set for his position that just makes him play the way that he plays. You know, he's faster than everybody he's going to be going up against. And I mean, shoot, you can't coach that speed. So no, he's definitely dominating, and he's just going to get better.
Now, Amari, I want you to be honest. I know that you're a confident person that believes in himself, but I need you to be honest. Who would win we'll call it a 40-yard foot race, you or your linebacker teammate Micah?
Nah, Micah has no chance in that. He has no chance in that. I mean, everybody, listen, that's all I used to do, just race people. I mean, even it was my second year in the league, I raced one of the fastest guys in the league. He played on the Raiders team. I haven't lost many races, so.
I am going to tell him on social media you said this.
I mean, listen.
You said Micah has, I want to make sure I quote you right, Micah has no chance?
He has absolutely no chance. No chance. I mean, I raced Cheeto. I think, the media was raving about his speed. I think it was like 2 years ago. No, actually, it was last year. He had the fastest time or something. He had the fastest time in the league. He had like 22 miles per hour. He was bragging about it. We raced. I won. So, I mean, I don't lose many races.
Is there anybody on the team that could take you?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, we have a lot of fast guys on the team, but it's just something when you line up beside me, I'm just going.
Is that the track and field experience, you think, that gives you the edge in the pure foot race, or just natural ability?
Well, I used to speed train all the time. I think that kicks in when I'm actually racing somebody.
Okay. Sounds from the sideline, you were talking with Ceedee, and Ceedee, you told him that Micah thinks he's faster than Ceedee, and there was a fun discussion with it and all that. What's the pecking order behind you? If Ceedee and Micah would line up, or maybe they have this, do they need to settle this?
Yeah, that's something they got to settle between themselves. You ask Ceedee, he going to say he faster. You ask Micah, he going to say he faster. So the only way you could really find out, they actually have to line it up and race.
Okay, Amari, I'm in a little bind right now. We got the holidays coming up. I'm terrible at wrapping presents. Is having it in a bag, as like if I were to give you a bag with your present in it, would that be good enough, or do you need me to wrap that present for you?
That would be good enough for me. I
Okay.
ain't really a picky person like that.
Okay,
Are you getting him a present?
Well, no, I was going to also ask him because I wanted to know this. I wanted to know, because myself being in the NFL at one time, what's the best present you ever got from a teammate? You guys do a great job of kind of taking care of each other during the holiday season. Is there one time when a guy rolled in there and handed you something, you're like, man, this guy was really thinking about it here. He gave it some effort here. Was there a good gift you got from somebody?
Yeah, one that I can remember was a couple years ago. No, actually, maybe 5-6 years ago. I had a teammate named Rod Streeter. He played receiver at the Raiders. He got me. This is when I had first started taking chess real serious. He got me like this. This is like this chess book, but it was only like chess puzzles in it, and it was real cool. Like I was addicted to the thing. So I used that the most out of any other gift that I ever got from somebody or from one of my teammates. And it was real cool. Like I completed the whole book. So to me, that was the best gift.
So you're a practical gift giver then. You're like you're giving gifts that people can use, not just like, oh, put this thing in the corner and, just kind of hang out and let it look, you're getting gifts for people that they can actually use and kind of grow with, right? If I was getting something for you, that would be what I get?
No, not necessarily. I mean, you really when you give gifts, it depends on the personality of the person. Like, you know what type of gifts they like. You know what I'm saying? Like some people like sparkly things. You know what I'm saying? So you give them something sparkly, or some people like more practical things. So it just depends on who you're getting the gift for.
It's the Amari Cooper Show here on The Fan. Now, typically, at least the stories we hear, the offensive players give presents to offensive guys. And everybody's playing great, so maybe that's, what you're going to do. But with these defensive linemen getting after the other quarterback like this, do you think they might be in line for a little sprinkling?
It depends. It just depends on what's on your heart, man. But typically, how it goes here is, you do the Secret Santa, thing in your position group. So we've done it as a receiver group. Nobody knows who is getting them gifts because we like picked it out of a hat, and I think I'm pretty sure that's how the other position groups do it too, but I'm not 100% sure.
So I actually have a Secret Santa tonight, Amari, and I'm not going to tell you the price limit that we set on ours. I want to know what the price limit is on yours. Is there a guide? Or is it just whatever?
Yeah, I think they came to the conclusion that you have to spend at least like $500.
Oh, so you have an at least. See, ours is capped at $25, and yours is an at least. I love that. That's
ours wasn't. It's not capped. It's not capped.
Oh, so does that mean that you're going to be like? Will people know who had who based on what the gift is? Like the gift, it'll be like, oh man, this clearly cost $1,300. That's from Amari. Oh, this Simi got this. It's it's a bag of Tootsie Rolls. He doesn't have any money yet.
Well, I guess we don't go all in with the Secret Santa thing because when we actually give the gift to the person, it's like, we actually give it to them. You know what I'm saying? They just don't know until they get the gift.
Oh, okay. So it's not secret once you actually start giving because you hand it to them. It's not they know who did it.
Yeah.
And it's not one of those where you can do a steal when it's your turn?
Nah, not one of those.
Yeah, those can get crazy. Hey,
White Elephant, that's a good game.
Yeah, the White Elephant is a good game.
Yeah, the bottles of booze are always very popular in ours with that thing.
I saw you guys at the Maverick game last night, and tell me if this is me jumping to conclusions, but it was the Lakers in town, so there's a lot of star power. Are you and CD and MG, because you're Cowboys, are you Maverick fans, or did you guys go to that game because the Lakers were playing?
No, because I went to a game last week, and I just go to the games when I feel like it. We actually it was actually real last minute. Like we decided yesterday that we was gonna go to the game because CD was talking about it, and I was like, hey, I gotta a connect for the game if that's what you really want to do. So I didn't care. Like I normally don't care who the Mavs are playing. If I want to go to the game, I'm gonna go to it. But it's typically just when my friends are in town, like. My friends who don't live in Dallas, like they come in town, they're up for going to a game, then I'll go to one. So it wasn't necessarily because of the Lakers. Obviously, the entertainment was probably a little bit better than normal, but I can't say like that's the reason that we went.
Okay, if we go to a game, do we have to have specific snacks? I know you're like probably super healthy on all your things you eat and stuff like that. Is there something you enjoy at a game? Like you're sitting watching a Mavs game and you're like, okay, I got to have one of these while I'm watching this.
Yeah, I like the nachos, hot dog.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
So the hot dog, did we talk about this? We were talking about if they were loaded, the loaded ones, right?
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about this one time.
We did talk about this one time. I remember that. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If it's food, do it again, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to know what's on the dog. I want to know if you go jalapenos with the nachos or if it's just the cheese. Does the cheese go on the chips or do you dip the chips into the cheese? What are we looking at?
I like to dip the chips.
You like to control it then, right?
I like to control it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Do you still play ball ever for fun or pick up?
Yeah, and in the offseason I do because typically like my nieces and nephews, they come and visit me. And my nephew, he plays basketball, and so I take him to the gym so he can practice and stuff like that. And I usually play a lot of pickup games with him when he's here.
NBA player that your game most resembles. Who do you play like?
I would probably say like Kemba Walker. I've been asked this before.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Very shifty.
Somebody
Good
beat
handles.
us that question. That's strange. Yeah.
All right, well, tell me if you've been asked this question before. So when Dak got hit, he wasn't actually out of bounds, but we all supported watching Lyle and Zeke go after somebody for hitting the quarterback because it's fun as a viewer. So we know through covering the team for years that Lyle and Dak, they go fishing together. They're really close. Dak and Zeke are incredibly close. So when those two were like the guard dogs that were defending Dak, I was not surprised. I was like, yeah, that's his best friends. If you get hit late, who are your best friends on the team that are going to come running to beat somebody up?
Hopefully the whole team. I think I think it was I think it was more of a proximity thing because I definitely would. So I caught the ball and I just saw the scuffle, but I didn't know why because I was on the ground. But I was running over there too. And I pushed somebody and everything. TV didn't get that.
Camera didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
You're going to get a CD fine.
I guess. But I hope. Hopefully everybody, you know. But that's the reason I just told that story because I feel like everybody was heading that way. And you know Zeke was obviously real close to the situation, and LC, you know, obviously LC and Dak, they have a special bond. But we're all down for going over there and protecting our quarterback for sure.
LC is the last Dallas Cowboy that I would want to charge me up. Is that accurate, or is there another guy that needs to be in the mix?
Nah, that's accurate. That's that's accurate right there.
Yep.
Yeah, Amari, let me ask you this. Okay, we're all going crazy here on radio talking about the offense and stuff like that. I mean, we're losing our mind. We're trying to figure out things and stuff like that. When you guys are kind of looking at it, is it a simple thing to you guys, or is it more complex with some of the things that are going on? I mean, again, everybody likes to point the finger. Oh, it's the quarterback. Oh, it's the health of the receivers. Oh, it's the running game. Is there something that you guys are kind of focusing on? Like, listen, if we could just get this kind of taken care of, that we'll get this thing back on track and steaming along like it did the first 7 weeks?
That's just a difficult question to answer. Obviously, we have our goals, right? And we want to reach them every single week, whether it's conversion rate on third down, how many points we score in the game as an offense, you know, yards per, explosives, all these things. We have our goals, but the thing is, we play a different team every week. Like we don't play the same guys every week.
Right.
You know, we play a different team. We play a different defense, different personnel. Some teams are better than others. So we might play a team that has the worst defense in the league. You know what I'm saying? And it might look like we're just like crazy on offense. But you know, how accurate is that? You know, so it's just so many moving parts. It's just hard for me to answer the question. I just know what we have on offense for real. Like I know we have a lot of depth. I know we have a lot of players who can make plays in space. And I expect things to look more like they looked the first 7 weeks in our next couple games.
Do you think the media is making too big of a deal of it?
See, I wouldn't know because I haven't seen much of how big of a deal they're making of it.
You don't listen to the show, Amari?
Oh, geez.
You're not locked in every day?
Gosh, Amari.
What?
We need you, Amari. We need you to listen to the show.
Nah, I can't, man. That'll mess up my mentality.
Oh, it's rat poison. It's rat poison.
Rat poison.
Rat.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. Rat
Okay.
poison. A bunch of rats here. I
Well,
forgot about that. Yeah.
I'm going to share something with you from social media because I quoted you on how Micah has no chance, absolutely no chance in a foot race against you because he is on social media and he's already seen it and he's already retweeted it. And Micah said this: I told Coop he lost a step.
Oh.
I'm calling out Coop and CD now. Y'all will be seeing a race in 4 months. Do you have a response?
Man, listen. Oh my gosh, that's just not what he wants. It's not what he wants. Trust me.
That's what we want. I mean, if you could stream that or something, I think that'd get a lot of views and likes.
Nah, man, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Hey, do you mind when a coach guarantees a victory?
Nah, I don't mind. I mean, that's what I mean. Listen, we're all already thinking it. You
Sure.
know, it's what's the difference between verbalizing it? You know.
Right on. Well, thanks again for your time. Best of luck against the Giants, and we'll look forward to catching up with you next week.
All right, thank you.